Cool. Let's do it. We're on.
So I got a question for you.
What's that?
So I would compare, and even though I don't like this comparison, but I would say I'm the Ron McLean to you're the Don Cherry.
Okay.
Right?
Well, I think I would be more the Ron McLean and you'd be the Don Cherry, to be honest. Because I got to keep the show going, right? You're the color guy. You're the guy that just puts in the spice. That's what Don Cherry does.
Yeah, okay, I'll agree with that. I was just looking at notoriety, more or less. But
oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I agree with what you're saying, but and thank you for the compliment, I think.
Yeah, because I'm like the straight man, really. Yeah,
you're kind of keeping me in line. So if we were on national television for 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
Our families are literally families.
Yeah.
Together.
Like we're so together.
And they were like, Pete, Derek ain't cutting anymore. He's just grabbed the last straw that we can handle of, in a nice way of saying the bullshit of Derek Van Houten.
What?
He's fucking out. Well, and we've been doing this for 30 fucking years.
Right. You're all of a sudden they were to kick Beaver off of this program.
Yeah, I
would definitely not stand for it. You know,
right?
Yeah, I wouldn't stand for it.
And
so
vice versa.
Yeah, you'd be like, yeah, but if they kick me off the show,
I would do some ungodly screaming and.
You can't kick me off my own show.
Yeah, but Don Cherry owned, it was his show.
He worked for the CBC.
I know, but he was Hockey Night in Canada.
No, he was.
No different than us if we got pulled on by Spotify.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don Cherry, between every period in a playoff hockey game, could live stream on YouTube his coach's corner that he does out of his basement.
Yeah.
And it would still work. Like the people who loved him would.
I agree. I'm talking just strictly the political game of it, of like how they got rid of him.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's why you don't work for a company anymore. That's all That's why I would never work for a big corp anymore.
Right.
Because they own you, and then they can fire you for any bullshit that they want.
Right.
And then, but if you have your own shit going on, then you can never.
Right, like he could do Coach's Corner right now in his basement, like you said.
Yeah, and he could be totally racist, and he could be like.
But he really wasn't racist.
No, but if he wanted to be, he could be. Is what I mean. And then, but he really, it's like how people want to take things,
Like
it's like people that want to tell, like, say, if an old man, says something stupid, like by today's standards, like, don't you give him a pass? Kind of like, don't you be like,
a touch? You kind of there's a hair bit of scraping it under the carpet, under the rug, kind of.
And we're guilty of it too. Like we're old enough to be guilty of it because it's like
we've seen many generations.
When you're in school, they tell you about what the current nomenclature is for appropriate. What's the appropriate way to say things?
You're right.
And like when we were doing that, they'd say it's okay to say this and you don't say that. And but then by the time my kids were in school, the words were all different, and no one told us. We were still saying the same words back from the 90s or whatever. And then you only have to know from young people telling you you're stupid, then you change, right? But other than that, like no one gives you a memo that's. It's now we don't say tranny anymore or something.
Right. And there's certain things we don't. Now, but we do adapt, and he did do a touch of adapting, Don Cherry.
Yeah.
I just think the Hall of Fame crew of Coach's Corner would be, the way it looks right now, in my opinion, only my opinion, would be Kevin Bieksa alongside Don Cherry.
Oh, you think that would be
I think that would be the ultimate, because Kevin Bieksa is the total opposite of Ron McLean, don't get me wrong. But, and I hope he turns into heavy Don Cherry, but I think that would just be two knockout artists that could just really dissect the game properly.
Yeah, but they
might butt heads a little bit.
You got two alphas in that situation. I mean, like the part of the fun is watching them. Well, it might be fun because they'd both be beating up on each other.
Right,
like,
and Don Cherry used to beat up on Ron McLean every now and then.
All the time it was fun. It was funny, but Ron never really hit back.
No, you're right.
And that's the thing. I think
so. They would need they'd probably need.
It'd be a different sort of. I would like it, but he's getting. And I think the older Don Cherry gets, the more entertaining Coach's Corner would be, especially with no limitations.
Right. And
because old crazy Don Cherry, starting to lose his marbles, starting to become senile, forget what he's even talking about, start going on other things.
Yeah, you're right.
That's entertaining.
Well, right, and he was still kind of genuine, man. He was all about the soldiers, and he was all about the kids.
Yeah,
he still was true to his core about hockey.
That's what I mean. He wouldn't do that. No. But if it would be funny.
Now they would need longer than 5 minutes. Definitely. With two alphas in the room, you'd need fucking at least 10, if not 20.
But I mean, I think he was just done with it all when he was fired. He's like, fuck it, it's over. Well, but he has a podcast with his kid or something.
Yeah, I think so. Well, by then he was like, you know what, I've been screwed over enough, because they did almost fire him a bunch of times, right?
Yeah. Anybody that's entertaining that works underneath those umbrellas is like walking a tightrope.
Well, and based on movies I've seen, which is not necessarily facts, but based on history and movies I've seen, it just seems like the person making the call is the last person you would want to make the call on getting rid of, for example, when Don Cherry is fired.
Yeah.
I guarantee you the CEO of Hockey Night in Canada that made that call and sat him down and said, "You're done," is some straight-nosed guy that has no idea. Really, man, in this day and age, the world would love someone like Don Cherry. Now, would is his core values against today's society? Yes, but he's edgy, and that's everything to do with 2023.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's more of an appetite for it now than there was. It's not, again, people need to be able to tell the difference between ignorance and hate, Don Cherry said a few ignorant things, but it was because he did, it's not because he was hateful,
right?
It was just based on his experience, and he didn't know any different. So then you correct him, and then whatever, He said, well, or he can just say, "This is what I think. You think different. We can both think different. Why can't I have a job?" I don't understand how everyone's got to agree with everybody, or you're fired.
Right, and the worst case scenario, we can have a drag queen on national television say their opinion, and it's not flaunted, it's very encouraged as a great thing. These days,
yeah, I mean,
you can't have Don Cherry say these people or those people.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like, I was at a place having a couple beers the other day.
Yeah.
And there was, some working class people, and they asked me what kind of beer I wanted. And I said, I always have a Bud Light or whatever. And apparently I hadn't known, but the Bud Light had changed from being just a regular beer to now being a gay beer. Did you know that?
Yeah, with the tranny on the side, right?
There's a trans woman.
Sorry, I said that. I was supposed to say a transgendered person was depicted on the side of the can.
Which wasn't on the can that I got, but the story or whatever made this branded as such,
Yeah.
And now, and I did notice, because I ordered this when I go to bars, and I get a few. Really, you want that? And I'm like, I didn't know about this controversy.
Oh, really?
No, because most of it is I don't live in most of it I find to be fake bullshit.
Yeah, it was something easily could be contrasted as you guys got to be kidding me. Is that a scenario?
Yeah, but they don't know their market,
No, they don't.
The people drinking their product, the trans community weren't drinking Bud Light before.
No, they're having martinis.
Yeah, and
seltzers.
Yeah, and now even if they all switched, you just traded in 50% of the population for 2%.
Yeah,
it's a bad business move.
Well, it just goes to show, if you see, they lost 20% of their revenue stream, plummeted.
Yeah, I mean, everyone wants to show as a company that they're cool with what people care about,
right?
Or
and
whatever.
Today's and what quote unquote today's values.
Listen, this is what I care about from your beer. I want it to be cheap, and I want it to taste good. You know, be good value. That's what I want. I don't want your opinion on fucking what you think of the world.
Right.
Just make beer.
And stop.
Yep.
Just stop right there. Just make beer.
Make beer. Put a fucking label on it. And then that's it.
But they want to be. So now they're wanting.
Now everyone's got to show. Oh, we believe in helping our planet, or we believe in like equal rights, or whatever it is. That has nothing to do with what they're selling. And I just don't understand it. You're trying to prove these companies are good people, but they're not even people. They're a company.
In this to make money. End of story.
End of story. The only reason they're pretending to be a good people is because they want to make more money.
Right.
They don't really care. They don't really care at all. Like, I mean, it's just horseshit. That's what I think. Anyhow,
nothing against those communities of people. We're just
no. If this would have worked, if this marketing campaign would have miraculously worked, then everyone would.
But I bet you, Pete, like me and you, we know nothing from a hole in the wall. But if you would have ran it by the Dutch Hall, hey, we want to. First of all, it wasn't even a good print. Like it looked like a.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah,
the whole idea sounded dumb. I didn't even think it was real. I thought it was just something.
That's how dumb you thought it was. Yeah. Like if they would have said, "All right, people, we're thinking of just doing something crazy to our can," and not even say what it was, everyone would say, "Stop, just leave it alone." Not, and even if they said they didn't even say what they were gonna do to the can. You know what I mean?
It just went up the line all the way, and everyone said, "Yep, good idea," because no one could say anything bad.
Like if somebody said, if Budweiser went to you right now and said, "We're going to put a picture of Derek Van Houten on the side of our beer can," you'd say, "Don't." That's a dumb idea.
I would no, that is not what I'd say. I'd say that sounds like a good idea because you look like a person that would buy the beer,
right?
Like you're at least like like the demographic they're going for.
No, that's true. I was just looking along the lines of like just trying to fix what wasn't broke.
Yeah, I don't know why you got to put a person's face on a can anyway.
It doesn't exactly. It's not exactly presentable. A picture on a fucking can.
Whatever, you're going to crush it anyway.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people are buying it just to crush poor trans woman.
I thought that was dumb because all you're doing is feeding into the
hatred,
the
smashing
and the opposite thing you're trying to prove.
Yeah.
Because that's like breaking CDs from a rapper back in the day. They were like, "Oh, you bought the shit.
Just put the name of the beer on it and shut up."
Yeah.
That's it. It's done. And then you don't have to think about that stuff. Just stop trying to pretend you're good people. You're just a big company trying to sell beer and make money. I get it. I would rather a company said that. Hey, we're Budweiser. We like to sell beer and make money.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, oh, that's
I'd respect
honest.
Yeah, respect it.
Hey, we're Walmart. We go to the shittiest countries in the world to find the cheapest products so you guys can buy lots of shit. And
cheap
for the
affordable,
cheapest around.
End of story.
It's honest, right? Anyways, we got to start the show, Beaver.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Go Don Cherry, go. That's all I got to say.
Anyways, yeah, we are getting this. We got to get the show started.
Let's hit it, Pete. Let's hear it.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to my favorite podcast coming from a little town called Pine Grove in a shed, hosted by none other than two-time President Club Award winner, Pete Van Dyke.
Hey, Thank you, Beaver. Thank you. As my co-host so eloquently put, we are here back in the pool shed in Pine Grove for episode 439. 439.
Jesus.
I know. Every week it's a higher number, it seems. And ladies and gentlemen, our co-host in here, he's the only one helping us keep this ship afloat this week. The rest of the guys are totally just disappointing. And I promise I'm going to get better at maybe booking someone because we can't trust these people anymore.
Nope.
But lucky for us, I have my fearless co-host.
Fuck yeah.
The lovely and talented Derek the Beaver Van Houten, everyone.
Pete, we'll keep it going.
We will so.
I don't care what anybody says. We'll keep it going. Oh, there it is.
I thought that would stop it, but it doesn't. That's old. All right, we'll let them play out. Welcome, audience.
Bring a little bit of Johnny in there.
Yeah. Johnny, not here. Johnny's not here, and I will say that...
This is the longest hiatus of Johnny.
Yeah, and every time Johnny's not here, we're gonna tell you a little bit more about him. Last week, we told you that he was into German shit porn.
Yep.
And this week... we will tell you something about Johnny. Like, I think it is because he's not coming in because he doesn't know how to face you.
Oh.
Because of Tampa losing to the league.
I think so. That's the only thing I can think of. And
the shame of it might be enough to keep him away, right?
Yeah.
But remember, we were saying at the beginning of that show, we were going to put you against Johnny, and then on some sort of a bet, we are going to have stakes, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then we totally didn't talk about it.
No, we didn't. We forgot about it.
So maybe he thinks
I'm thinking about that he's going to have to pony up here something.
Maybe. But
I'm going to tell him he's got to pony up on show us a sex tape or something of his.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's got the materials.
Like a POV, you know?
Yeah, maybe he's got to do it. But I don't know. Johnny, what he's doing is he's disappointing us. He's becoming obsolete around here. As you can see, like, I'm working the board without him. Like, what? Like, we don't even need this guy.
Are you pulling an Elon Musk? Your assistant is no longer relevant.
Did he do that? Did Elon fire his assistant?
No, he told his assistant to go on vacation for 2 weeks, and she, thinking she was getting a nice reward, he was going to go find out if he even needed her, and he didn't. So he got rid of her.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's a story, anyways.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do that with Johnny unless he comes back. So far, we're pulling it off. I'm actually stepping it up a bit. So, but not we actually do want Johnny back.
Yeah, Johnny, come back from vacation, please.
But the one thing I'm going to tell you about Johnny is that he wears curlers to bed every night.
Oh, really?
Yeah, did you know that?
That's not natural?
It is not natural.
Jesus.
That is all hairspray and curlers, all night in curlers.
Does his grandma put him in?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, shit.
He does.
Real tight ones by the looks of it.
Yep. And I have found the odd one in his hair at the club. You know, he thinks he's got them all out, and then there's just one
nestled
curler
in there.
Nestled in there. Yeah, that's the one fact you'll learn about Johnny this week. That's it. That's all we're going to tell you.
And we're not holding against him. If everybody's got a style.
If he doesn't come back next week, we're going to tell you about his weird dick, and that is a Dutch Hall promise. And we have a wheel today, Beaver.
Yeah, I didn't even take a gander. I didn't take a gander at it yet.
Yes, there's a lot of things on the wheel. Some are have been around. Like Think Less made it back on the wheel because we didn't talk about it. Name the Fly is on there this week. Name the Fly. Well, I don't know if you remember, there was a fly on the wall before. Yeah. It was a small black and white it was picture, and now it's a big painting. And I think we need to name the Fly. Gordon Lightfoot, R.I.P. Gordale.
Gonzo.
Women control culture has been on this week for like 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, we just haven't really got to it.
And so is minimum swearing age, but I can't bring myself to take them down. Little People versus Camel. That is a piece of footage from a listener. rapid fire, which is just rapid fire questions for the beaver.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the wheel. That's what we have for this week.
I seen a video of a little person riding a scooter on a dirt track.
Yeah.
And they hit a corner, and I was just, normally people would laugh at this, and all I'm thinking in my head is, buddy, please don't turn, take the corner, go straight. Yeah. And he took some, that dirt, dirt like I do. It's like when it's got a shine to it, it's like, man, that shit's slick.
Yeah.
And he took the corner and just ate it bad. Did a tumble, did a barrel roll, lost his glasses, and like it was just a badness all around. Yeah. Felt bad for him.
You want to... You don't like seeing it. My wife hates watching anything where a person gets hurt.
No, I'll watch a tall person fall on a scooter.
But like if you watch like a violent thing on TV, like someone getting hit in the nuts with a football or something.
Oh yeah, that would make your wife cringe.
Yeah, she'll scream. Like if Jackass or whatever. If she watches Jackass, she can't.
She's just
screaming all the time
for 60 minutes.
She'll watch a violent movie like a Tarantino movie, and she's like upset. Like, or if there's a fight, she's like,
I can see a Tarantino movie. Like there's a lot of goriness and offside stuff on a Tarantino movie.
Yeah, I remember one time I have this friend of mine. He went to grade school with me, and he's got a weak stomach.
Yeah.
And in grade school, I went to Catholic grade school. So when we were in about grade 6, they started talking to us about abortion.
Oh, really?
And yeah, they would talk to us about abortion, and they would say like, this is how you do an abortion. You like have to cut the fetus up and then suck it out with a vacuum and stuff like that. And my buddy, he would be turning green. His face had just turned green.
Oh yeah, that'll make a lot of people curl.
Yeah, like he started envisioning it too much, and then he couldn't stand it.
It became too real.
Yeah, so I would always say, you want to go? Can I take him outside for a breath of fresh air, kind of thing? Then I could get out of class.
Yeah, well, and you don't want to listen to that.
I don't want to listen to abortion talk.
That's horrid.
That's terrible. So you cut to years later. We're grown up men. And we decide we're going to meet at the theater and watch Kill Bill.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of death in that bad boy.
Yeah, and
Volume 1.
Yeah, Kill Bill Volume 1. Yeah. I don't think I've even seen Volume 2, but I saw Volume 1 in the theater. But anyway, so we're watching Kill Bill Volume 1, and like partway through the movie, like maybe like. Well, I don't know how long it was, but he lived an hour away from where the theater was.
Oh, that's a full night.
And he left partway through the movie.
Really? Just left you?
He left, and when we called him after the movie was over, we're like, "Where are you?" He was at home
already
at his house.
Well, because those are like 3-hour movies, right?
Yeah, but he did not last that long into it because he didn't like it because it was too gross.
I like Uma Thurman with a sword.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think
she did her part very well in those movies.
Yeah. Which did she gouge?
She was the one that killed everybody.
She gouged Daryl Hannah's other eye out.
Yeah.
That's a sick.
That's intense.
You got one eye.
Yeah.
And they take the other. You take that
the other one. Like, wouldn't you just be pissed?
Man, you got to be mad.
Now I got to double patch it.
Yeah, double patch.
Like you can't just wear shades. You got to double patch it also because if like on shades you can see like people to your left and right they can see the side view, right?
Your patch under the shades.
Yeah, you have to do patch under the shades. Would you? Oh, here's a question: if you lost one eye, would you patch it, or would you?
Oh yeah.
Or would you throw a fake one in?
Oh, that's a good question. I would like a patch. I think I would like a patch.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I'd wear a patch to bed for sure.
I would wear a patch.
It's like wearing no clothes to bed. You got to wear...
I might wear both.
Both?
Yeah, because then, if I do take the patch up, then I'd look fairly normal, but I just still don't like that. Maybe the fake eyes would get better, but I can always tell when someone's got a prosthetic.
See, and I've met someone before, and I did not know that they had a fake eye.
Oh, really?
They didn't even lean in, like, to look. Like, they played it off. Like, like right now, if my right eye was fake, I'm not looking at you at all right now. It's just my right eye.
Yeah,
That's fake. Like, they didn't over exaggerate the turn.
Yeah, but what happens is the one eye will turn to look, and the other guy's just sitting there.
No, they turn now.
They'll turn with them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because it's not a ball, eh? It's just a little hook. Like it's
it's like I've seen them. It's they're like a cap.
Yeah.
Yeah. They go on top. Yeah, they're pretty cool. That's what I mean. They get better. I don't know.
You know what I do? I'd wear like
patches are cool though. You get
I'd throw like some funky stuff in there, like make it like a red color or something. Like you know what I mean? Like 2 colored eyes kind of thing.
Okay, I know exactly what I would do if I had a scar that came down my face.
Yeah.
From the injury that caused me to lose this eye.
Yeah.
Patch. So
yes.
Because it looks badass. Plus, if I put the fake eye in, you're still going to see the big scar going up to my eye. So it's like, you already know.
You already know.
So like, let's put the patch on, create some mystery here.
You pirate it up.
Yeah, and I would like have different patches for different occasions to match my outfit. I would make the patch my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would be I don't know any comedians with a patch.
Yeah, like you'd have patches. You'd have like a patch for the day, like different kinds of patches. It wouldn't just be one. You know those people you see. They're like, it's like fuck. You probably wearing that patch, buddy, for like ever.
Yeah, exactly.
It probably needs to be cleaned. It's probably got some grossness in there.
Oh, disgusting.
Disgusting. I'd have a patch every day.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes
I'd embrace it.
Sometimes like when I would was helping out my wife's optometry office, there'd be like old people bringing their glasses, and then they would clean them for them. But
the disgustingness!
They hadn't cleaned them in like years and years.
Because they're like, oh, P. Van Dyke's gonna do it.
Well, like those,
or like I know you're saying.
They just don't think about it, I guess. And so there's like all their eyebrow hair and their friggin' skin, and it's so
grossness.
Yeah, they put it in this like
it's like getting in a dirty hot tub.
They put it in this like electric buzzer machine.
Probably gotta empty that bad boy a lot
with a bunch of soap in it. Oh, I imagine there'd be some sediment at the bottom.
Yeah, there'd be you clog the drain on that bad boy.
That's gross. You know that you ever see that cheese grater thing you use for your heel?
Yeah. Well, I've heard of this.
Oh, with like I got cracked heels.
Yeah, and you got to scrape that shit. Well, you could damn near take a knife, probably most people.
Yeah, so I scrape it when I'm after a shower or whatever. Everything's that's
soft. Yeah,
soft. You scrape it up, right? Like a cheese grade that skin off, so those cracks aren't too bad. Well, I didn't know that grater thing, it comes apart in 2 pieces.
Oh no! So you had gone a long time.
Yeah, without taking it apart in the 2 pieces and cleaning the stuff, the cheese.
Like you were running out of grate because
it was jam packed full of gross.
Oh no!
Yeah. Oh my God, that was a nasty.
Well, and it understandable mistake. It's not like you meant to do it.
Yeah. You ever clean your toenails and you just pick out like one little piece out of the corner of your toenail and it just smells like high heaven? Like,
oh God.
It's been in there for probably like 4 or 5 years.
Forever?
Yeah. A little piece of sock or something, whatever it was.
Toe jam.
Yeah, but it's just like
thank God we ate the fucking cheese tray bore we
I don't know why I talk about gross things when it's just me and you. We talked about poop last time.
Yeah. We got to throw a little segment in there always.
Same with I don't even understand earwax. Like that's a weird one.
Yeah, I see. I'm heavy. My wife and I are heavy on cleaning the ears, man.
With what?
Q-tip.
I know that's supposed to be bad.
I know you're supposed to be bad, but then what I do every now and then? I candle it up.
How do you do that?
There's these things called ear candles, and you lay on your side and you light the top on fire, and it sucks everything out. It liquefies it, and I order them on Amazon.
Really? You can order a candling kit?
And man, if you've got say for instance you got a bad ear infection, it helps out huge.
I might get that.
For me anyways.
Do you see the stuff come out?
Yeah, when you're done, you're supposed to stop. You're supposed to. So, I'll be sitting there. I put a piece of tinfoil on my cheek.
Yeah.
Just because you get freaking candle lit up on your ear.
Yeah.
And then once it gets down to like a cigar butt, you cut it off and you cut the fire off, and falls on the paper, and what's left is what it pulled out of your ear, and it will shock you.
Really?
I'm not kidding you, man. Because because that fire's pulling, right? It's liquefying anything that's in your ear and it's pulling it out.
Man, I got to give this a go.
I'm telling you, you got to try it, man. One time I had you know that feeling you get when something's in there and it's like, oh, I can't. The Q-tip pushed it too far in, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Put that in there, man. Sucks it right out. I usually do it like a couple times a year.
Yeah, man. It's a mystery too, because you go in there with a Q-tip, you're digging around. You think you got it all, and then like you're just like brushing your teeth and a freaking potato falls out or whatever, you know? And you're like, how the hell did that happen?
How did that
loosen it or something? So I try to go at the top and push down the drum and scoop it out. You know?
I do the old wraparound walk and try to get the outside. You know, you don't want to just jam.
Yeah, don't jam.
You gotta get a little curl going.
You gotta sneak around on the one edge and just try to scoop it, kind of.
Yeah.
I seen a internet ad for like these things that are like little twisties. You ever see those?
I did see them. Yeah. And they claim to get everything.
Yeah, you twist them in and twist them out. Yeah. Because that stuff's crazy. Like, there's got to be a purpose for it, though. Why do you got earwax?
Protection of your eardrum.
Right? So you got to need some of it.
Yeah, like that's why you can't do it all the time. It's not good for you. Because then you get ear infections just because your ear's too clean.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just don't know. Like, I see sometimes it must be candling, where you see like just all this, or they flush it out.
Oh, yeah, that's intense. Yeah. And that's disturbing when you see the crap that comes out of people's ears.
You ever watch those videos?
Yeah, I've seen one before. It's disturbing. It looks like a pile of poop coming out of their ear.
My daughter would watch like zip popping videos and stuff like that.
Really?
Oh, like big, huge cysts and stuff, you know, where you got to squeeze.
I think that's a woman thing.
It is so gross. I'm like, why are you watching this, man? It is just so disturbing. And I don't want to watch any of that stuff. It's
disgusting. Infection. You're watching infection release from someone's body.
Plus, all I'm going to think about is how I have that.
Right.
Like how something like that, man.
I personally feel bad for people that got to fucking deal with that on a day to day, like acne and all that shit.
Oh man, that's the one thing.
I got lucky. I scaved through for not too bad as a kid.
Yeah, like I used to get good grades when I was a kid, and then they'd say, "Oh, you should be a doctor." I'm like, oh, I thought like that would be awful, you know, or you should be a lawyer. I'm like, that'd be terrible. You know, all the things they say you should be when you're smart. I'm like, I thought they all sounded terrible. Why do I want to be that?
What'd that have to do with along the lines of what we were talking about?
Oh, it did because I was like, you were talking about squeezing zits and stuff. And that's what doctors do.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like,
sorry, I didn't mean to call you out on it.
I was trying to think too. But that's where it came from. It was like, I like all day long being a doctor, you'd have to like see sick people.
Isn't that like a certain doctor?
You got to work for like all the time.
Yeah. Isn't that a certain doctor, like dermatologist or whatever?
I don't know. Tell me a doctor that doesn't have to do gross shit.
Yeah, they all have to.
You know, that's the thing. It's like no matter what kind of work you're in, it's like when you're in the healthcare thing, you work really hard and you deal with gross stuff.
Disgusting
and
stuff.
hard, miserable things. Like it's hard.
Like wouldn't it suck if you finally became a doctor and your first patient comes in and they've lodged something up their ass and you're doing an MRI and you're like, fuck, now I gotta get that thing out of there.
Yeah, it's just going to be like you're going to see
surgery.
Old ladies, you know, like pussy cyst or something, you know, you're just going to see something like,
ooh, dude.
It's not going to be, nothing's ever going to be.
No.
That's why when you think gynecologist, you think like it's going to be a bunch of like hot girls coming in, get you to give them a pap smear, but it's a lot of times you're like.
I never understood why guys are gynecologists. Like, it's like conflict of interest, no?
Oh. If I was a woman, I would never go to a male gynecologist. No. Like that guy's obviously shady.
You think that
just to choose that major? You know,
I guarantee you they're going in for a sniff. Like
there's no way the guy's not at least a little bit creepy if you chose to go into that line of work. You should be a woman. If you were, or you should be. If you're a man, then you should be a urologist if you're so interested in that sort of stuff.
Right.
But even babies, like you shouldn't be an obstetrician. You shouldn't deliver babies when you're a dude. You should be a woman. Like those girls are better at it. Like,
and they know.
Don't you think?
They know. Yeah. They know every aspect of the anticipation.
Yeah, no, I would just feel more comfortable with a woman if I was a woman with my legs all spread open and my vag giant and all that, That's what I think, but who knows? I guess doctors don't think about it that way.
They claim they don't think about that way.
But come on. I would just say it's kind of like sketchy. You could choose anything. But it's weird, the ones that choose to be proctologists, that's just assholes, and why would you choose that?
You're right.
But they do.
Well, maybe, they're ass eaters, man.
Yeah, but it's like...
ass eating seasons every day of the year there.
Shitty job.
Yeah, no pun intended.
I know when I got my colonoscopy, they'd make you drink this sludge, eh? Mm-hmm. You ever had one?
Nope, not yet. I'm not yet old enough yet.
So they make you drink this sludge, and it's to clean you out before they do it, the camera up your butt.
Oh, it's like a
laxative?
A laxative enema, yeah.
Yeah, so, and then they say drink one package, and then if you, until you're shitting clear, and then if you're not, then drink the other pack. I would
on purpose. It's easy to say for me now. I haven't done one. I would just not do it at all. They come out with a brown finger.
Well, I did one package and I didn't. I just I thought it was shitting clear. I didn't I didn't know what they meant. But it seemed clear enough.
Yeah, that's just a generic term. Clear. I don't know. You're drinking.
It seemed like I was shitting my whole insides out, and then they were done. And then I get in. When I'm done, they wake me up, and I just had a beautiful sleep. I loved every minute of it. It was felt like it was forever. It was I guess it was 10 or 15 minutes. But anyways, they wake me up, and then they say, you should have been cleaner or whatever. I should have the second.
Cleaner?
You weren't totally clean.
You weren't totally flushed.
Yeah. So then I'm I guess that would have been real gross for you guys, as I'm thinking. But I don't give a fuck.
No.
I'm clean.
You had a great sleep.
I had a great sleep, and there's not shit on me.
No, but did it smell like shit in the room?
Nope. I was in a different room.
Oh, they even got you out of the fucking crime scene.
Yeah, it was in wherever. That's the thing. And I've heard about from other people that they got in trouble too, because they weren't. They didn't.
So what are you supposed to shit out your colon first, and then push it back in, and then you'll know it's.
Well, what happened was apparently they changed the type of laxative they were prescribing.
Oh, it wasn't as.
And it wasn't as strong. So when they were giving it out, they weren't giving it out.
They're cheaping out.
So they were getting some dirty bums in there. And I was in that transition.
you were in that time period.
I was in that transition period, yeah. But the advice is take both. But you know what? I don't give a care.
No.
It's just
that's what I'm saying. I would just take none. What are they going to do?
Why would you even tell me after I was up?
Yeah, it's over with.
Maybe for the next time. You say in your chart it says last time you shit all over either, but I don't know.
P. Van Dyke was a little on the full side.
Normally, if they say if they're if they told you they just said you weren't totally cleaned out or something. They said something like that, and I was I think I knew what they meant, but I didn't really think of it later. But if they would have said you still had shit inside you when we tried to look at stuff. Mm-hmm. Then that would be normally something that would cause you embarrassment or whatever.
Right.
But I had such a nice sleep, I didn't care.
Yeah, you didn't give a shit.
I just walked.
You're probably thinking you might knock me out for another 15.
Yeah.
Why'd you wake me up so fast?
I told you what she said to me before I went to sleep, eh?
No, you never did.
The lady that gave me the anesthetic, she goes, "This is the stuff they gave Michael Jackson that killed Michael Jackson." That's
what the milk shit.
No, the stuff that his doctor made him go to. Oh yeah, is that what he called it?
He called it his milk.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
That's what she gave me from my colonoscopy.
And she was gladly.
So that was the last thing I see is the nurse's face before I fall asleep. But she says, "This is the stuff that killed Michael Jackson," and then I fall asleep.
Really? I wonder how many times she told that to people.
I don't know, but it made me laugh kind of because it's such an inappropriate thing.
Were you able to laugh loudly, or did you just internally laugh?
I don't know. I think I laughed as I was falling asleep because it was literally the last thing I remember. She's just telling me as I'm going out. It's the best being put out.
Yeah, I've been put out a bunch of times.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I had a few surgeries and then wisdom teeth.
Oh, you got to go right out for that too?
Yeah, I had to.
I love it.
And then I woke up. Oh, I was out of it. The mistake they make is they make you pay for it after you wake up and you're all fucked up on drugs.
Don't even remember paying
I don't even
for it.
remember paying for it. I remember someone's like, sign here, and it was the bottom of a check.
Yeah, it's like everywhere. Like, it's a lot of my bar tabs.
I'm like, I hope and then apparently I sang the whole way home. Literally,
really?
And I'm not a singer.
Oh, that'd be nice. But you're happy.
I was so happy.
What did they give you for that? Did they give you morphine after?
I guess. I think so. And then I just remember, like, person driving me home, I just, like, literally laid in their lap the whole time. And they were driving. Like, my head in their lap. I was
real sweetie.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to be cuddled.
I get that, man. I get that, dude. I used to feel that way every time I was hungover. I just wanted to snuggle.
Me too, man. When I'm hungover, I want to just hit a nice couch.
Nice couch. Lie some spoons. Give me a warm body.
Throw a good movie on.
Yeah, Western. Something that's like slow moving.
Yeah.
I like that. Or a movie from the 70s where you got to watch them go all the way up the driveway.
Yeah, and the best is that those days that go by real slow.
Yeah.
Or for me anyways, they go by real slow.
It's hard for me to get myself in the mindset to actually do
nothing.
Yeah, to do nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why we're so excited about it, is because it's like a kryptonite,
Yeah. You're like saying, today I'm on purpose doing nothing.
That's Great White Buffalo right there.
What?
That's Great White Buffalo.
Great White Buffalo is the doing nothing.
Doing nothing.
I know, it's fucking great. It's great when you do it on purpose.
That's what I mean.
And you can not feel guilty about it.
Right.
You know? Like, you don't feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you're just tired and you're like, I'm going to just lie on the couch, and you feel shitty about it because you know you should be doing 100 things.
Right.
And then there's no pleasure in that. But when you're saying, I earned this or whatever, it's sweet.
You want to test out the wheel?
Yeah, give her a spin, Beef. Hopefully. All right, let's do Think Less. It's Think Less, okay? So we said the other week, we said want less, and then I was thinking about thinking less. And we proved that if you want less, you get to be rich quicker, because the less you want, then the quicker you'll get it, right? And then thinking less, like I always valued like thinking as being like one of my greater assets. Like I'm a pretty good thinker.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's just like worth a lot thinking, right? So then I think I can think myself out of problems, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I found out as I get older that you should actually think less instead of more.
And instead of more because you'll live longer, or what?
No, you'll figure it out easier.
Oh, like you want to stop overthinking things. Yeah.
Yeah, like to try and think of the solution to everything is like really hard, especially when some of the things you're figuring out solutions for haven't even happened, you know?
But if you think less about it, you get...
But if you just think less, you just kind of intuitively know it. You know what I mean?
I'll agree with that. Totally, as you get older.
And then you like... Also, you get you're able to think more clearly when you need to or whatever. I don't know. It's like when they say to do meditation, you're supposed to clear your mind or whatever, not think about anything.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it all, you just kind of know what to do with the rest of your day. You know what I mean?
No, I've never looked at it that way, but I totally agree with you.
Because sometimes I think I used to think my thoughts were me, but it's not me. It's my brain making noise.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's and then
That's true.
And then I can sometimes, like the real me, can like look at those thoughts at like the noise my brain's making and be like, that's stupid, or that I agree with. You know what I mean? You ever think something fucked up?
Oh yeah.
And then you go, that's dumb, or like, that's pretty fucked up. Like, who's the one thinking that's fucked up? Is it the same person that thought the fucked up thing?
Yeah.
Because it seems to me like...
So I usually do that out loud, but by myself.
Yeah. Yeah. But like some of the... But like it's like...
It helps me through it when I physically...
When you say it out loud, you can hear it sound stupid.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. When you say it out loud. If you ever think something and it makes sense and you say it out loud and you're like, oh my God, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, you know?
Thank God I was by myself.
Yeah. But I don't think you can trust your thoughts. I think it's like something that happens like a muscle spasm, like something.
Yeah, you're right. People don't look at it that way, but you're right.
Yeah. I think that the real you is like something that's different.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's your brain as much as it is like a combination of your brain and your gut and your heart and your soul, whatever, like it's different. It's something different. Because, anyways, so sometimes when you think less, the answers and stuff just kind of come to you.
Yeah.
Versus, it's like trying to write a joke or write a song where you like force yourself to do it.
It's going to sound horrible.
Yeah. But if you're like in the shower, just like
randomly
not thinking about anything, then all of a sudden, boom, it hits you, like it just comes.
The good old phrase, the light switch turned on.
Yeah. You can't force a thought, you know? So sometimes thinking less will help you think more. That's what I thought about.
Think less about it and turn the wheel.
Yeah. All right. We're getting them all in. We're getting these ones off the wheel finally. Minimum swearing age. This one's for you, Beaver. You have a young child.
Yeah.
Right? You have a young child. Now, I believe, and I want to know your opinion on this, I believe that if you can swear properly, you should be allowed to swear. And I think that if you can't swear properly, then you can't swear. Right?
I totally agree. The reason why I totally agree is minimum swearing age, like my kid's already swearing.
Yeah.
And he's not even 4.
But does he use his word? Does he use it correctly?
Well, and that's what I was just going to say. He's actually using the terminology perfectly.
Then it's hard to
he
give him
hits it
shit.
Exactly right on. And me and my wife are just laughing our asses off. And I'm like, oh, you're going to be, because it ain't me.
Yeah.
Even though I swear like a trucker, it's my wife that's letting it out and he's hearing it, but he says it in the right context. It's like, holy shit, Dad, look at that. And I'm like, wow, you just hit the nail on the head, bud.
I know. It's funny. Like I had my nieces and nephews, they would all the time, they'd say the odd curse word around me. And then I'd be like, wow, you used it right.
You used it right.
And, I can't agree with and that's correct. I'm not going to give me any trouble for that. And I'm more mad when people are just like, you can tell they're just throwing in swear words for no reason. And then they're just making they're using it in the wrong way. Like if they go like,
see, my problem is I find a way to make the F word work every sentence.
Yeah. But you're right.
And if I don't use it in a sense, it's because I've forced myself not to, like I'm anticipating not saying it.
If you could say, though, if you had to set a minimum swearing age, like the minimum driving age and drinking age, what do you think is the age where you think a kid should be allowed to swear?
Well, you see, I'm still at the infancy stages of being a parent, so I totally agree with the using it in the right context, because my kid's using it in the right context right now, so I got no problem with it. But he's going to definitely use it in the wrong context when he's a little bit older. I already know it.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be verbal diarrhea. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's getting out anger and other.
So I really think that a kid truly can't use it properly till they're like my nephew's 12, and he definitely knows how to use it in the right context. So I think he can throw it in there. There's a gap there between 8 and 12 or 8 and 11. They don't really, or 7 and 11. They don't really know how to use it properly.
Yeah. I think about grade 7, maybe 6 or 7. You can use how old would you be there? Like 12 years old or something?
7? No,
grade 7.
He's grade 8 right now. 12. Yeah. So yeah, you're right.
Oh,
yeah. You're almost right on there.
Yeah. So I bet you around 12 would be a pretty good age to say that you should be able to swear. And
maybe not
you still can't swear at school and at church,
right?
And stuff. But you know what I mean. Like that's the thing about your kid. He's going to swear properly, and if he uses that proper swearing in settings outside of school and stuff, he's going to be fine. But if he's hanging out at school, they're not going to be cool with it. He used it right,
No, I know, and I'm going to.
It's awesome, and he looks great. He's doing great,
right? But a lot of people didn't think I was going anywhere, and I've made it this far swearing.
I like swearing.
And it was when
most
we were
intelligent people swear.
Right, exactly. And when we were young, it was so frowned upon.
Yeah.
Oh my
look
God.
Stupid.
Your parents would freak out. My parents would, if you're swearing, it's chill out.
They would say, "Oh, you're making us all look bad."
Yes,
Yeah.
public perception, right?
Yeah.
Looks bad, public perception. Well, guess what? Nobody cares.
No one cares.
No one cares.
Everybody's...
Old people care. You know why? Because they were younger when we were really young, and they cared then.
I think the more you care, the more fake you are.
Yes.
Because you're just going to be like...
See, I almost went down a bad road because my parents were all about public, perceived, you need to be perceived in the community as, my Johnny, and be very, politically correct and say all the right things. And Derek, they wanted to script.
You're running for office or something?
Yeah, they want to script my life. It's like, no, you know
I'm
what?
a farmer, man.
Yeah, I'm going to say fuck when I want to.
Yeah, because that's what the beauty of working for yourself. You don't have to follow anyone's rules, especially. But there is if I know a person who doesn't enjoy swearing, like if you're religious or just not cool, then I'll then I will not swear in front of you. I'll make a point. If I meet a new person and I don't know their sensibilities, I usually watch my language.
I know how to test it out though. I'll throw a little kicker in there every now and then.
Oh, what do you use?
Ease into it.
Maybe a shit.
Yeah, shit, and then or a what the fuck, and then you see how they react.
The other day, I said to my daughter, "WT fuck."
You acronymed the words before fuck?
Yeah, I went WT
That's hilarious.
Fuck, and then that got her. Yeah, I think I might start using that on stage.
I kind of like that.
When I go, because I'll just instead of saying what the fuck or even WTF, I'm going to do WT fuck.
I like that. I never thought of that until you just said that's a good one. I might have to steal that one the odd time just to see what.
Oh, let's spread that one around, Beef. Yeah. Let's get WT fuck shirts.
Yeah. Right on the back of Dutch Hall shirts. I wouldn't mind testing that out in the old waters every now and then.
The old WT fuck. We'll get that in circulation. I think that'll work good.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get that, little people. Oh, I don't. Let's keep doing it.
No, we did that.
Doing it. No. Just do it. Where is it, anyways? I want to do this one.
Yeah.
Because we have to do our ads.
I want to hear what you got to say. Little People versus Camel.
This is Little People versus Camel. And this is a good time to mention our sponsors, CleanFlow. If you'd like to, please check out CleanFlow's great products. Go to cleanflow.com. That's KLEENFLO.com. And go check out their website. They got a lot of great products, and they're available at retailers everywhere. CleanFlow, lube up your life.
Yeah.
And also support us on Patreon if you like to. Become Dutch Hall royalty. Join our queen and princess by giving us money. You can be the third person. And we're on our way. And you can also e-transfer us $5 and become a Dutch Hall shareholder at thedutchhall@gmail.com, and that's the same place.
We'll be very grateful.
Yes. And we're going to give you exclusive content and invitations to exclusive shareholder events if you give us $5 a year.
Good deal.
Anyways.
On sale.
thedutchhall@gmail.com. That's where you give us feedback. And that brings us to a segment that we call Feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback. It's feedback. It's motherfucking feedback.
What do we got, Pete? What do we got on the old feedback?
Well, Emil Van Steeg, he's our Diamond Club listener. He sent us a...
Buddy, I'm sorry I said your name wrong.
He sent us a video. Oops, that's the wrong one.
Did he? I'm pumped about this.
Let's see.
Like from his homeland?
Window capture, that's it. I don't know. Why is that not working? Am I doing the wrong one here? Oh, yes, I am. Nick. Emil Van Steeg. There he is. Okay, so this is what he sent us. Beaver, can you see that?
Yep, I can see it.
So he gave us email at thedutchhall@gmail.com, and he just sent this video. Just this video. So I'm going to play it for you and set it up.
Have you seen it?
Because I have seen it, yeah. To set it up, I'm going to talk through it because the audio listeners won't be able to know what's going on here. but this is a 4 by 100 relay
Oh,
with little people against a camel who is running the full 400 meters by himself.
okay.
Okay, it's on a track. Let's just see this thing. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one. I gotta press this one. So the camel's out first, really taking its sweet dick time. This
Guy's hauling.
This first guy's hauling ass. Got a huge lead on the camel. And then here's the first pass. The guy with the little person with the do-rag,
He's got do-rag on.
it just fires the camel up. The camel's now starting to really go.
He's got a gallop going. Is he gonna run him over?
It's like he's got a bone to pick with this guy. Now this third guy's got a really weird style.
He's got a weird trot.
And he's again. The camel's beating him easily. He's ruining it for his team.
Yeah, this guy's got a.
The camel's now.
His right leg is not.
Come on, give it to this.
Oh, poor pass off.
Now look at this anchor man.
Oh, he's giving her.
Hauling ass.
He's
like
catching
nothing.
him. He's catching the camel.
I know he's catching the camel. Look at, he busts him at the line.
Did he just pass him at the line?
I think you can't go by the camel's nose. It's got to be chest cross the line, and it's chest cross before the camel.
What a movie, Emil. What a movie. I loved it.
Right? Drama. You didn't expect those guys to win. You thought the camel was going to win.
I didn't know what was going to go on at any given moment there.
Who cooked that up? Like, what country is that in?
And how are those guys willing to do that?
Let's race a camel.
I felt bad for the guy, the third leg. His right leg wasn't working with the left too well.
No, yeah, it was almost like
This is running with a broken ankle.
yeah, like he had one like a peg leg, like one was made of wood or something.
Jesus. Well, he made it through. He didn't.
That anchor man was fast.
Hey, they
though,
all
right?
had long hair. A lot of them had long hair.
Yeah.
Like 3 of the 4.
See the camel go fucking batshit when the do-rag guy was running? He did
I
not
know.
like the do-rag.
He got some legs flopping there. The back legs on the camel were flopping.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Emil.
The only thing that would have made that movie better is if Camel would have spit at the short people.
Oh man, I wonder if I don't know why, but
I wonder what they used to get the camel running. Like they would have had, you know how in dog races they got the
I
rabbit?
got a rabbit. What are they using for the camel?
Like, was the short people enough?
I think you had to have a guy with a do-rag.
The do-rag was
That do-rag got him going, man. He
put him in high gear.
Yeah, put him in high gear.
He was in heavy gallop mode.
Yeah, once that guy with the do-rag, he's like, fucking do-rags, I hate them. You know, he just kept going. Anyways, thank you, Emil. Isn't that great? A listener just gives you some quality.
I'm not going to lie to you. I never in life understood do-rags. Don't get me wrong. They probably serve their purpose in certain communities, but I never understood them. Like,
nah.
Like, what's with the floppy part? If you want to, why don't you just wear the cap?
Yeah. Like,
why does it got to be like to your shoulders and it's tight on top of your head?
Yeah. You're just tying a rag around your head. I understand if you're bald, because then you have to keep the sweat out of your eyes.
But they also create a certain style of hair by wearing that, don't they?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was just like a babushka.
They get a weave going.
I don't know.
Like a wave going in their hair.
Oh, shit. What the heck am I doing? I thought I would show you one more. What? But I don't know if I can get it. Let's just see.
Is that from beef?
Yeah. Let me just go. If we can do this one. Oh no, I'm doing the wrong button again. Oh yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, let's see if this goes. Let's just put it up quick. Oh shit, that was not the right one. It's this one.
Oh my God, this is amazing. Hi, I love your car. What do you do for a living?
I take pictures of my asshole.
Nice.
Anyways, Larry,
she's an OnlyFans broad.
That was totally dubbed. It wasn't her at all. Anyways, people, I think that's an hour now. We put him through the ringer beef.
That fast? Oh my!
Yeah, and we did it. It's like let me just. I'll double check on this puppy, but I'm pretty sure. Like, where's my? If we did our. Oh, wait, no, 59:38. By the time we play the theme song, that's over.
There we go, buddy. What a show.
Man, we nailed it.
We nailed it.
I just wanted to say to rest in peace, Gordon Lightfoot.
Too bad.
Yeah, long time. A great Canadian songwriter, like been around forever. Gordon Lightfoot, beloved around the world, and you look like just some guy you'd find at the end of the bar at the Legion. Like he was just a regular Canadian dude. So,
and based off your that last video, we are welcome to pictures of assholes.
yeah.
We are welcome. We'll take any picture of someone's asshole, preferably female.
Okay, you heard it. Send your butthole pictures of beavers. He'll give you a review. Also, if you would like to send any sort of content you'd like to see us cover on the show, we'd be happy to do it. Or if you have some fucking feedback, give it to us at thedutchhall@gmail.com or at Dutch Hall. Anything you got to plug, Beav?
No, I don't got to plug. I'm not a plugger.
Smoke them if you got them.
Yeah.
And until next week, we will see you
CUNT.
See you next Thursday.
Later.
Fun.
Well, and you're not like there's times where if there's too many of us, you find yourself waiting for your spot.
Yeah.